How's it going, Libra community? Soul Tiger is here with a special story for you. I am frustrated. Who did it? Who did it to you, Libra? Let me know. Was it the good cop? Was it the bad cop that I was talking about with the air signs earlier? Let me know. All I know is as I'm dialing in, I've actually been kind of filling out Libra's energy for the past 2 days. But as I dial into your energy today, frustrated, feeling like your wheels are just spinning in one place and not able to go anywhere. Nothing seems to be coming together for you the way you want it to. Seems like life is fighting you and the moves you want to make. Could there be a side quest that is needed, Libra? A side quest. All I know is I have a Libra here who is struggling with being able to bring some fixed energy in and to bring some mutable energy in. Libra energy is all cardinal. It's a positive masculine energy as well. So movement is very important and it's air. So definitely movement is always important, being able to flow. But I have a Libra here who was able to start something, but they're struggling keeping it going. That's what I'm feeling. So you're struggling just a wee bit here. And again, somebody got to you. I don't know who it was out of the good cop, bad cop that I was picking up earlier. So first thing we see out here is root chakra energy, perfection. There's something that you could be over harboring on, that you think it has to be perfect when it comes to offering something to somebody else. Whatever it is, it has to do with your passions. You wanting to show up for another, but maybe you're expecting the way that you show up, or on the day that you show up, it has to be a perfect day. Everything has to work out perfectly. Maybe that's something here as well. Dissipating. There's something here that we're stuck in that's like a rerun when it comes to our confidence, when it comes to a certain insecurity that really can pull at us and throw us off our personal power. I'm telling you, who was it? Who did it? Between the good cop, bad cop energy I was feeling earlier. Something that you are unsure of, confused on, you don't know how to see, is how to have faith in things. How to have faith in things. How to even see things. Maybe from a different view when it comes to perception. Maybe to see things from your heart. What is it at the heart that you want? What is it at the heart that you want to go towards? All right, vanity, something that you're not seeing. Oh, you're a big deal, Libra. Look at you. People look up to you. People want to celebrate with you. People could love the way that you communicate. I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for the way Libras talk. If you have a well-balanced Libra, oh man, the words, the way that they speak is amazing, because there's so much justice. And the things that they do, the things that they're pulled towards, wanting to help others. Just know you don't see it, but you got others who are celebrating for you on just who you are, how you speak, how you come in. They can't stop watching what you're doing. Something that I'm hearing that you have a hard time believing in is miracle. Whatever it is that you want to go towards, that you feel like it has to be perfect, it feels like you have to mastermind it. It just feels like it's something that you can't depend on the divine bringing in for you, that everything has to be down to a T. Miracles are not down to a T. Miracles just flow into our lives when least expected. Just know that. Maybe a part of this miracle is getting out of your mind and having that confidence to step into your personal power, having the confidence to stay disciplined and motivated to where you want to go, what you want to do, whatever it is that you want to give to whoever this other is, person, place, and or thing. Then we have despondence. You have a lot of fertility about you. You are very gifted when it comes to your imagination, when it comes to insight, when it comes to clarity, even when it comes to intuition. But this is something that you could be hiding yourself from because you're worried about others. You're worried about pissing off others. Sometimes Libras can hold themselves back. Maybe you're worried because you don't know how others will receive it. Maybe this is why you have to make sure everything is perfect. And whoever this other is, person, place, or thing, they have your focus. They have your focus. But for some reason, you're just really worried about them. You're worried about their reactions. You're worried about how they will see you when you go towards it. Whatever this is, person, place, and or thing. Ooh, it's a lot coming in just for that introduction. I have a Libra who's really, really, really in their mind about things. I know that. I have a Libra who wants to make sure all their I's are dotted, all their T's are crossed, every signature has been signed, that everything needs to be perfect. The one thing I have to ask you, Libra, is whatever you're going towards, if you set that standard of it, you always having to be perfect, then after that, you will always have to meet at that level for that thing, because that's what you set the standard for. And that could be a bigger headache in the long run. Being able to go towards whatever this is, person, place, or thing, as your human self, imperfections and all, that could be the thing that could bring you the most harmony. Because whatever you're worried about, say they reject you, whatever this is, they don't find you good enough, there's something there, whatever you're fearing, that's it, it's the exact thing. Well, then it wasn't meant for you. That person wasn't meant for you. That place wasn't meant for you, and you would always be chasing their approval. Sometimes it takes the fear of others rejecting us over things that we feel like we have to be perfect on for us to really get grounded in ourselves, for us to be like, you know what, they rejected me over this, but this is something that's really about who I am. So, I mean, this is a give and take situation. This is where I really feel like stepping into your heart with this perception and going with it, not with the view that you have to be perfect, but going towards whatever this is with your heart is going to be the biggest thing, because no matter what the outcome is, you put your heart first. You operated from the heart chakra. You operated within pure intentions, with the intentions, to bring some kind of balance to yourself, to bring some kind of harmony, to bring some kind of love and compassion. You didn't go towards it with bitterness. So that's something that is a part of our journeys. Whether we get rejected or not, being able to be able to do something is basically the first step to things. And then being able to still carry it out after we do the first step is then the next challenge. So let's take a deeper dive into the present here. Ancestors, spirit guides, what is it? You just want to show somebody how hard you've worked. That's what it is. You want to show a person, you want to show a place. For some reason, you don't want to come in as a King of Wands. King of Wands in reverse. What I'm seeing is you don't want to rush it. You don't want to force it. You don't want to come off ignorant towards whatever this is. And this is something that you weigh heavy in your mind about, especially when it comes to how you see yourself. Something else is the page. The page of coins here. You're having a hard time making the move as like a new way of doing things, in a sense. Seeing it from like a younger way. Instead of looking at something with judgment already. Okay, so the way that I'm gonna be able to phrase this is we have, say, an older person versus a younger person. The older person will create judgment through their experiences that they've had, and sometimes it becomes very black and white with things. Whereas a younger person is more open to new journeys, more open to new things, because they haven't experienced certain things. So they haven't became so black and white. They're a little bit open with their imagination. They're a little bit open more when it comes to the divine flow of things. And I feel like with you being able to kind of curve your perception into coming from the heart more is definitely a fresher way to go when it comes to you creating the stability and making the next steps that come. So something else is you just don't know how to work towards it. For some reason, you're worried. You're very worried that something's not going to work out right. Very worried because something could have happened in the past here with the Six of Cups energy that really denoted you, that really brought you down when it came to another in your past. So right here, you have a heart chakra that's kind of closed off. And you're still holding on to the past when it has to do with something in particular. And this past, whatever it is, it makes you feel less about yourself. It makes you not believe in miracles or not really perceive that miracles really do happen. It's the very thing that you have to let dissipate if you was to go on this journey. So then we have, another 6. So something here definitely doesn't feel fair. There was a lot of dishonest in whatever it was, I feel like, before. You definitely were chasing. You were going towards a wish fulfillment at one time with this Fool here. You had energy to do something once before, but whatever it was, it fell under this despondence. You worked really hard for whatever happened before. And it just, from what I see, it didn't work out. And this is kind of what's feeding the perfection of you feeling like everything needs to be perfect whenever you go off towards whatever this is, person, place, and or thing. I'm hearing one more card. One more card. What is the last card for the present? For the Libra frequency. There it is. It's definitely something that's left you flipping back and forth between things, especially when it comes to opposing energies. Now, when I say opposing energies, this could be masculine versus feminine, feminine versus masculine. This could be young versus old, old versus young kind of thing. Employer versus an employee, employee versus employer. It's those kind of dynamics here. So something here, it has to do with stability. It has to do with how you go in towards things now. It's definitely rocked your boat when it comes to how you feel about yourself. What you feel like you can give to others. For some reason, I really feel like whatever happened in your past really made you feel like you yourself was missing things. That if you had more of a perfect, it could have been a perfect environment, it could have been a perfect paycheck, it could have been the perfect kind of job. Like if something about you was more perfect, then it would have worked out. That's what I feel with that there. Oh my goodness. So whatever happened in the past, you definitely have been taking out on yourself from then until now. And it has to do with stability. It really, really has to do with stability. Having this security, feeling secure within yourself. You know, feeling like you have that charisma, you have that moxie, you have that chi, you have that energy to bring in that is good enough. Remember, you don't see yourself how others see you. That's the thing. You don't see it. You see yourself less. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's ask the angels of protection. Angels of protection. Please help protect us as we go through the block here for the Libra frequency. Keep us protected and safe. You know what? This is the time I need to bring it up, and I got a little goosebumps here. Whoever it was, the good cop versus bad cop, they did their job. They did what they set out to do. This was their end game here, whoever it was. So when I was definitely dialing in, and I can feel them now, is whoever the good cop, bad cop that you dealt with earlier, those two energies earlier this month, their main goal was to put hooks into your energy, to hook you from going anywhere. And what they did is they hooked into you, and now they have a line directly to your energy. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you are feeling like you just don't have any energy, but you're taking care of yourself, you don't feel like you've overexerted yourself, it's because whatever happened in those conversations with these people, they have, again, attached something directly to you that is siphoning your energy, your vitality. This is why you don't have no stability right now. This is why you're feeling depleted. So first thing that comes up is definitely a Five of Cups in reverse. You've tried to put what happened into the past or in the past aside. You know, it was somewhere where you really got beat up. You know, it was something that was long ago. It was long ago, but it's something that you go back and you overlook. But you overlook with the mindset that you've had back then. You haven't allowed your mindset to evolve from then until now. If you made mistakes in the past, so be it. So be it. It was a part of learning about what you want, what you don't want, and you don't punish yourself for those mistakes. You look at it and you learn from it. You learn what to do next time. Or you learn about the changes you want to make with particular things. So right here is definitely you're confused. You are confused on if you can give yourself permission. Permission to feel really good about yourself, to see how hard you worked for the things in your life. Every which way. For some reason, you really don't feel like you've been able to make the right investments when it comes to you handling your burdens versus where you want to go. For some reason, you feel like your life is out of control. You could feel like you have to be over dominating things, like overly controlling things just to have balance. Just to have balance in your life. But that's the very thing that's happening. What I see is you operating in that type of energy keeps your head down. And just enduring things, trying to endure partnerships, friendships, relationships that didn't work out, that still weigh heavy on your heart. There it is. I told you there's hooked energy in here. That's the devil. The devil energy is Capricorn energy, which is Saturn energy. This is all about how we seek security and where we resist change. You keeping your head down and trying to work so hard to make yourself perfect is what's keeping the dark energy attached to you. Is the way that people can play on you when it comes to energies coming in and trying to manipulate you by using the good cop, bad cop routine. Just know that. Like I said, your energy, when I dialed in, it frustrated me a lot, because I could feel people who have their hands in your cookie jar, so to say. And they're trying to tell you one thing about what you're coming out with. And it's just enough. It's just enough to where they poke at you and it stings and it leaves a mark, and it has you doubting things, it has you questioning things, it has you feeling like you're not good enough. It has you rocked. It has you rocked in your heart, and it has you rocked in your root chakra, even in your solar plexus, your personal power. Having that energy, that motivation, and that discipline. You could find yourself falling off of some of the things that you've been disciplined about lately. Be careful, because that's those attachments, that's those hooks that are trying to reel you in to their misery. Just remember that. I did a daily positive affirmation for 9/25/25. So today, the 25th. I hope I can get this uploaded today. If not, go check out 9/25/25's positive affirmation, which I will say is either yesterday or 2 days before. It talks about the positive affirmation about loving ourselves. And it talks about how people who poke fun at us are not there to help us. They're there to hold us back. So that is definitely some food for thought. That is a short, so go ahead and check that out. Just get curious about it, okay? All right, so we made it through. We got to see this energy here. We were protected by our angels of protection. Thank you, angels of protection. So now let's call in divine and universal energy for the positive messages. Divine and universal energy. What is it that needs to come out for the Libra energy? Trust. I've seen this. Card when I was cleansing your cards out. You don't trust. You don't trust in your journey. You don't trust what's meant to happen. You don't trust that there is something else out there for you that is of matching energy. You don't trust. This is why you're up here and why you're having a hard time seeing. Come down, Libra. Come down from the over-analyzing mind, the critical mind, the overthinking mind. Come down. Touch down to earth here. Let's ground ourselves out. Let's ground ourselves out in mercy and in kindness and in accepting and having compassion towards what we're accepting. Whatever happened here, it takes two to tango. Whatever this is with this person, place, and or thing. And just know, if they were making you feel less when you were trying, it was no good for you anyways. That's what I can say there. Something that you're not seeing. You're not seeing, again, who you are, what you have to offer, how you come in as a gentle energy, how you come in as a light in the dark places that other people have a hard time seeing. I'm telling you, Libra, I love me some Libra energy that is well balanced, because they are so beautiful. They are beautiful inside when they speak to you, because they want to see the just of things. They don't want to see people held back. They don't want to see people being done dirty. They want to see that everybody is taken care of in a just way. They're beautiful. Libras are very beautiful. They're very charismatic. Very charismatic. You want somebody who will step up to the plate when others are scared? That's a Libra right there. That is a Libra right there that will come in and that will do it. 2 more cards. You're wary and you're confused. You try to avoid it. The darkness. You try to avoid the things that you really don't want to harbor on. The things that make you feel like you're not at peace. That you don't have peace. Maybe it's something that you need to give yourself permission to have. You need to give yourself permission to put whatever this is to rest. And that is a direct message I'm hearing. Put it to rest. It's okay to be in the stillness of the night. The stillness of the night, yes, it's dark. And because it's dark, we can't see everything. We feel so uncertain. But the only reason why you can't see so much is because you're only adjusted to seeing things one way. If you opened up to being able to see things another way, it wouldn't seem so dark. And it would be easier to explore. It'd be easier for you to say, you know what? Let me sit here with this for a minute in peace. Let me feel the fullness of this. Let me figure out what it is that I need to learn, what it is that I need to grow from, kind of thing. Could be sitting and meditating with some stuff for a bit too. That will help. Somebody, a Scorpio, told me that it's a great time to manifest. It's a great time to clean out your closet. And it's a great time to meditate. And I trust this Scorpio so much because she has taught me a lot. Acceptance. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's time to create acceptance for the extremes that we've endured in life. Those extremes could even be extremes that make us feel like we're not good enough when it comes to who we are as an individual. The whole thing is, a part of accepting is being open to reaching out to that higher power, that higher belief. You know, let me just say something right here. I don't know why this is popping up, but what is it? I can't remember what this painting's called. I can't remember the artist, but everybody knows it. It's the painting where there's a man and then where there's the image of God. And they are in the sky, in the heavens, laying there, and they have their hands outreached to each other. And what was highlighted one day I was watching is that the energy of the divine or God has their finger outreached for man to touch, but man doesn't. If man was to extend his finger, then he would be right there with the divine. But because he chooses to hold himself back, there's that invisible barrier energetically. Sometimes we create an invisible barrier to ourselves, being able to reach towards ourselves to heal ourselves. Just like we create an invisible barrier sometimes to a higher belief because we want to feel like the world is out to get us. The whole thing is the world is not out to get you. Whatever happened here was something that was meant to teach you. It was a really hard lesson because you worked a lot to try and relate to whatever this was, which feeds the anxieties into now and feeling like everything has to be perfect for whatever anything that you go towards. Did you see how that created an unrealistic standard for you, Libra? You need to reach out towards your past self. You need to heal that past self. You need to see your past self not just from the critical mind and all the mistakes that you made, but with love, with acceptance, with reaching out to want to trust in who you were, trust in how you were building. Everybody has mistakes. You made a few mistakes. That's okay. Learn from those mistakes. If you didn't like those mistakes, let's do something different into now. But by punishing yourself and making yourself have this unrealistic view of yourself that everything has to be perfect with you in order for you to gain anything, will drive you crazy and will withhold you from going towards anything, because you will always have that, I'm going to call it as an excuse, that you're not perfect. Just know the perfection is in the imperfection. That's what makes you an individual. You are a masterpiece. All right? I hope this helps, Libra. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful day. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming on in and taking time to help out with these positive messages. And just know the perfection is in the imperfection. Have a great rest of your day.